What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got something special for you. We have probably one of the nastiest 12 valve second gen Cummins on this earth, and his name is Jeremy Howe. Say hi, Jeremy.
How's it going, guys?
He's pretty cool. We're gonna check this truck out. All right, Jeremy, tell us a little bit about this truck.
So this is originally a Hurricane Katrina recovery truck.
Dang.
It's been a frame off restore from the guy that I bought it from here in town. He owns an insurance company. He bought it. Did a frame off restore on it about 18 years ago.
Really? That's cool.
He had a bunch of stuff done to it. A lot of it done out in the city, and I bought it from him. It had some tranny problems. I went through 7 trannies trying to figure it out. Finally got it figured out. Went with the Sunco standalone, complete rebuild, all billet shafts, everything. Ran good for me for about 10 years. 2.5 years ago, I blew it up on Nitrous. So I tore it down and rebuilt it myself. Now it's bigger and better. And
heck yeah.
Next month, September 18th, weekend down the edge, we'll see what it does.
Yeah, I'm going out to that too, so I guess I'll get some videos of you out there on the dyno. So yeah. Let's pop the hood and check this thing out.
This is my tractor.
It don't run like a tractor. Dang.
98.
Look at all of that. Okay, tell us about it.
So it's a 98 12 valve. It's got a Evil Fab 64/80. It's a full built motor. It's got Hamilton race head on it.
So did you do all this work yourself?
I did everything myself. The only thing I didn't do was the rotating assembly. I had it done by a machine shop out in the city.
Who did that?
It was Hunter machine.
Okay.
They did the rotating assembly. He wasn't happy about it because he hates diesels, but he did it for me.
That's
so I
right.
put the head on it, put the valve train in it. I put it's got a 13 mil pump, 120 fuel lines, 5x130 injectors. I've done it all. It's got
Sweet.
a Hamilton 188 220 cam.
Sweet.
It's got a 550 shot of nitrous on it.
So what, do you have any pistons or rods?
It's got 12 valve rods, been shot peened and polished.
Sweet.
Cryo treated, balanced, crank rods, pistons, everything's balanced.
Nice.
It's got Carrillo pistons, Carrillo pistons in it.
Nice. Are they de-lipped?
It's fire ringed.
Fire ringed?
Pistons
Sweet.
are ceramic coated. They are super low compression, which sucks because it is a piece of shit to start. But it'll handle the 550 shot of nitrous, so that's just, you got to take one with the other.
Yeah, dang. So what are your guesses on horsepower? Didn't you have this thing dynoed?
So I had it dynoed on my other motor with a single 75 millimeter. It did 660 fuel only, and it did 1166 on spray.
Dang.
So I had it dynoed out at Randy Reyes's dyno this year.
Yeah.
It did 800 fuel only. And before I could get my nitrous pass, my main line to my solenoids blew.
Oh, dang.
So numbers to numbers, it should do 1300 on spray.
Dang.
We'll find out. We'll find out next month.
So you really don't know what it will do till next month then?
I don't know what it'll do. As long as it does close to 1166, I'll count that as a win.
It's freaking a mean truck.
On the old motor with the single turbo and a 1 stage of nitrous, which would be 150 shot, 2 years ago, just before I blew it up, it ran an 11.2.
Dang.
I'm hoping to drop into the 10s this year.
This truck is not slow by any means. He's raced a lot of people and whipped a lot of people. But
yeah, it's a fun truck. It's a money pit, of course, which anybody that builds a truck knows that they're money pits, but that's what we work every day to
yeah,
do, so.
exactly. Exactly. So what are these lights you got and bumper, and
So
tell me about
third
them.
gen bumper, and I absolutely hate the third gen bumpers, but I hate the second gen bumpers worse. But what I really would love to do is a sport bumper, but they're just so hard to find. You can't find a sport bumper, and anybody that has one and they want to sell that bumper, they know what they're worth, and I ain't paying what they want for it.
Yeah.
So I'm a cheap ass.
Yeah.
So I put the third gen bumper on.
That's all right.
The headlights are just some clear eBay lights.
They look good though.
Yeah, they're not too terrible. They're adjustable, which is what my main selling point was, is they're adjustable. So
Heck
most
yeah.
second gens are hard to get to adjust.
Well, are those a two-piece? Are they normally a two-piece?
These are factory two-piece. That's how they normally are.
Okay.
A lot of people go to the aftermarket that makes them a one-piece.
Yeah.
I don't like that setup. I like the two-piece setup.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yep. It's got chrome moto metal 962s, which everybody have, and I don't give a shit because I like them.
They look good though. They're clean.
Yeah, with some Nito 420s.
Yeah.
It's locked front and rear. It's got Yukon lockers front and rear, dated 80s.
Nice.
It's got a built transfer case. I had it built when I put the heavy duty transfer case in it. It's got the MagTech front and rear diff covers.
We'll check them out real quick. Heck yeah. There they are. Is it lowered? What is it?
It's lowered. It's lowered 2.5 inches front and rear.
Sweet. So
it's got a sunroof that most second gens don't have. This one was professionally put in when they did the frame off.
And that is sick. This is the nastiest street truck you've ever seen. Is that, what shifter is that?
That's a B&M quick shift.
Sweet. That sunroof is freaking sweet. When he has it open coming down the road.
It is a 4-door.
Oh, 4-door, even better.
Well, it's an extended cab, but you know.
That's all right.
We claim 4 doors.
Yeah. What are these traction bars? Do you build these?
Those are originally Pro Comps. I just cut the emblems out and made my own emblems.
Uh-huh. So, Red Delicious is its name. What fuel system do you have right here?
It's got the fast 150.
Nice.
With the dry with the sump. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, there's a sump. This paint is freaking, I love this color of red. It's sweet. I
had the roll pan put in and the handle painted, but the paint's coming off of the handle. And
that's all right.
And it's got a dent that my kid thought that they needed to put in it with their razor.
I like that. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
This truck leaves many trucks in the dust. Whoa, what do you got back here?
So back here is batteries, tranny cooler, nitrous, a bunch of random parts, and water methanol kit. It's got a dual stage water meth kit in it.
Nice.
And then I got my train horns.
Sweet. What train horns do you have?
I got the Katrina K5s.
Heck
and they're some loud mother.
We might have to rip them off a little bit. I'm planning on getting some for my truck.
Yeah, they are expensive. I actually originally bought the Katrina K5s and had them on my semi when I was owner operating. But I sold my semi 2 years ago and I wasn't giving them away because they're expensive, so I kept them, and I ended up taking all the spare tire shit out and mounting it right in the spare tire hole.
Look at them. Oh dang. Yeah, those are sweet. There's that MagTech diff cover. I like it.
It's got 5-inch from the turbo back. It's all 5-inch. I didn't want to go 5-inch, but they recommended, so I did. And I'm not a chrome tip guy, so I like this factory ugly tip.
That's all right.
You see everybody with chrome tips, and I'm just not a chrome tip guy.
Whatever your preference is, it's your truck, so you get to do whatever you want to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, this truck is freaking sweet. Leather interior too.
Heated seats.
Heated seats.
Yeah.
Dang, doesn't get much better than that.
It's a second gen, so I want to show everybody this.
Oh, no crack in the dash at all. Doesn't get much better than that. This truck is minty. There's a little bit of his exhaust right there. So
the truck, like I say, when I built the truck, it's got a real big gap in the rings. So it naturally has blow by. So I put some breathers that go down to the downpipe that pull vacuum out. And then I've got my tappet cover, which leaks, but it blows a little bit of everything. I mean, it always has blow by on it.
That's all right.
But for as much nitrous as I run, I would rather have them loose than tight. And
yeah.
That's what happened to my other motor, basically, is it had too much back pressure and knocked out 5 and 6 because of nitrous.
Wow. So did it crack the pistons, or what did it do?
Basically all it did was swell them, and it just scarred both cylinders and lost compression on 2 cylinders.
So is this the same motor?
This is not the same motor. The motor was not sleevable. Okay. And I went through 4 blocks before I found a good block on 12 valves, because they're hard to find.
I agree.
So I only wanted to bore mine 10 over. So you can find them, and you can find them where you can bore them 30 and 40 or whatever. I didn't want to go that much. I only wanted to do 10.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I know everybody thinks I'm retarded for doing it, but I got my reasons.
Like I said, it's your truck. You get to do whatever you want with it.
So finding a stock, good 12 valve block was a chore.
Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah,
it's a sweet truck.
It's all been professionally balanced. They balanced it, the pistons, the rods, the crank, everything together, all rotating assembly, and it's got the 12. It's loud in it, but it don't shake nothing like the old motor used to.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen this truck run. It is freaking sweet. We'll have him start it up here in a minute, and yeah. So what steering do you have in this?
So I've done all the steering, all the tie rods, everything are all new. It's got the PSC 6-bolt box in it. It's the bigger box that they say cures the 12 valve fucking death trap drive down the road. It didn't cure it 100% in this one. I'm not 100% sold on it, but it does drive a lot better.
Good.
It's more responsive, but you still have to herd it a little bit.
That's all right.
It's got the 12 valve herd, but I've got all the bigger tie rod ends and all the good stuff, trying to get rid of the Dodge.
The Dodge death wobble.
Yeah, the death wobble. And
that's a herd. It's an old truck. That's just what you get for an old truck.
Yeah, it is old, and like I say, it's been around. I mean, it was a Hurricane Katrina rebuild truck, and they took the frame off, and they did all the work here in town, and all the local work.
So who did that?
So Jeremy Russell is the original owner of the truck that bought it from when the Hurricane Katrina. Somebody turned it in on a insurance claim. He picked it up, went out and picked out there and picked it up. When they picked it up from out there to bring it back here, the mud in the truck was about that deep.
Really?
Yeah, they said they opened the doors and it was just molded to the door. So everything, the wiring, like this thing has been down, completely down.
And it does not look like it's been in a hurricane at all, so it's sweet.
It's pretty fun.
So tell us about the first time you put spray on it.
So the first time we put spray on it was only 150 shot. It was back when I had the old motor and the old turbo. We were headed out of town, me and a buddy of mine. We just put the nitrous on it, and it's on a button. You just activate it and you hold it in your hand, and it's just on a button. It's got Nito 420s on it, or back then it had Nito Terra grapplers on it, and they were on 8-inch wide wheels, and they were like I think they were like a 285 50 18 or something. We was headed out of town. We was doing about 70. We laid into the nitrous, and it left black marks, and it scared the shit out of me because I've never lost traction at 80 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I've never hit nitrous on the street with the 500 shot, so I imagine it's probably a handful there.
That's crazy though.
I've messed with a lot of nitrous. I've blown up a lot of Mustangs on nitrous. I've had some Ford Escorts on nitrous. I've had nitrous on just about anything I've ever owned. This is by far the funnest nitrous truck I've ever had out of every car I've ever had.
That's sweet.
And that's the most. I've never ran 500 in anything. I think the most I've ever ran, I had a little Ford Ranger that we put a 302 in, and I think we ran a 125 on it. I had a Mustang, I ran 200 shot on it, but that's the most I've ever messed with. So this 500 is a new animal.
I bet.
It's pretty fun, and
that's sick.
And it's expensive. One track, one trip down a quarter-mile track uses about, I think I can get 2 trips in a 15-pound bottle.
Dang.
So it's running through it, and it's got all 8N lines from the tank all the way up to the solenoids, and then from the solenoids to the motor, they're all 4AN. So it's all big.
Sweet.
It loves the nitrous, or I love the nitrous. I don't know which one. But.
I think you both love the nitrous.
Yeah.
So what are some of your future plans for this truck?
Well, so it's not 100%, but I don't drive this truck a lot because it's got so much fuel that it's got so much timing in it that it's real laggy to drive around town. It don't light till about almost the end of second gear. So one of these days I really want to pull my 13 mil pump off and put a stock P pump on it and just do some like
4K springs.
4K springs and some small delivery valves, just something I can street drive it a little bit better. I'm okay with the truck being right around 800.
Yeah.
Everyday driver. I mean, if you can get it to drive good and be about 800, that's my goal.
You still whip on plenty of trucks.
Plenty of trucks. I'm not going to do nothing until I hit that 10-second quarter mile. But after I hit that 10-second, it's gonna get detuned a little bit.
Just to say that you've done it.
I can do it, and I'll have it setting aside so if somebody calls me out, I can change one of those out in about 2 hours. So.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I won't ever get rid of it, but I would like to have a stock pump, a little bit of modified pump, just for a little bit of streetability, so I could drive it around and
make it a little more fun to drive.
It's got AC. I mean, it's a full interior, full truck, so it would be fun to be able to drive it a little bit more. And here in Vernal, America, the cops don't like the black smoke, so it's terrible to drive with the black smoke.
Oh, I feel you.
So it will eventually get detuned and probably a mild built P pump.
Okay, that's sweet though.
Yeah.
Even at 600 horsepower in any truck, right, straight whips on
a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of diesel trucks here, and there's a lot of diesel trucks around. You're never going to be the fastest. You're never going to have the most power. But
you have one of the sweetest.
Here in town, I can say that I haven't been beat by a diesel yet. I've been beat by some gassers for sure, but I haven't been beat by a diesel. The guy that owns this shop right over here, Tyson, he's got a Duramax that probably gave me my best run for my money, but
yeah,
they're a lot of money for I could have an easy 10-second LS for what I have into the motor of this. For sure.
Yeah. He's gonna fire this thing up and we're gonna go for a rip real quick. This is one sweet truck. Gotta fix his dash mat a little bit. She sounds good. Let's go for a ride. Doing right there?
About
80. That was ridiculous. This truck freaking rips.
It's laggy. It doesn't like to spool. First and second are pretty useless, but once it gets spooled, it does pretty damn good.
Yeah, it does.
Like I say, that's right around 800 fuel only. I really want to see what it does with the magic button.
Nice and cool with this sunroof. That sits back in your seat super good. That's freaking ridiculous. That is fun. I thought my truck got after it. This is freaking sweet. Heck yeah. You have a plan for a radio right there? What are you doing with that?
So I've had a radio in this truck ever since I bought it. I've probably listened to the radio 10 times, 15 years. I'm not a radio guy.
I like to just listen to the good old truck, huh? Listen to that 12 valve purr.
All I need is the sound of the turbo.
Oh yeah, you can definitely hear them compounds.
See, it still has the fucking second main wobble.
That's alright. You get used to it.
Yeah, I can hurt. I drive my wife's truck and it's all jerking everybody around, so I'm used to this thing.
This truck's freaking sweet. She's rowdy. Rowdy for sure.
And then you got the fun part, which everybody hates, but I love.
Oh, heck yeah. Can't go wrong with train horns.
Yeah.
Well, sweet.
So, to me, 800 don't feel like it's fast no more to me, but when you turn on the bottle and put the nitrous to it, it's like a whole nother animal. So almost like every single time I spray this truck, it's like buying a brand new truck. So it's so fun that it's like I get so used to driving it at around 800 that it just don't feel fast to me no more. But then you turn the bottle on, it's like, man, this truck is so damn fun.
Yeah,
it's a whole new animal.
Yeah, that is freaking sweet. Can't go wrong with some nitrous.
Can't go wrong with nitrous, and nobody in town has it.
So
and it's terrible for me, because when you don't have it, you can kind of control yourself, but when you're the only one in town that has it, you're the only one in town that feels it, it's easy to get. So that bottle lasts no time at all. I could burn through a mother bottle in no time.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I could definitely see why. Well, yeah. We'll see you out at Weekend on the Edge. And
yep, I'll be out there. Me and my family will be out there, and I won't even probably do a fuel run, because after you do your fuel run, it's so hot. The truck is so hot that you always lose your numbers. I mean, so it'll probably everything first run. So it's gonna be all
sweet, sweet. We'll get a video of that for you guys.
Yeah, if it comes apart, it'll be its last day, because I will not rebuild it again. What? Yep, it'll be done if it goes.
Would you find a stock 12 valve and just put that in it?
I will put a stock 12 valve in it, and I'll change it to a standard. I'll change it back to a standard, because this was originally a standard truck. I'll put a stock 12 valve in it and put a standard in it, and then I'll build me an LS to dick off with.
Nice,
yep.
Nice.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah, for sure. But these freaking trucks, you cannot go wrong with the torque and horsepower of these trucks.
Yes. I mean, it will be hard. It's not going to be an easy choice, but
I'm sure your wife would appreciate that a little bit, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I hope I never die, because she'll probably sell it for what I've told her I've got into. Somebody's gonna get a smoking deal.
I'm the same way with my truck.